Since the outbreak of the Syrian civil war in 2011, American presidents have grappled with how best to deal with the ongoing war. The conundrum has centered around the level of intervention and what kind of role the United States should play. These questions have become a hallmark of American diplomacy when dealing with the Middle East, a challenge President Biden must now undertake. Solving the Syria problem has been reminiscent of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. President Obama's Syrian policy was too light in terms of diplomacy, and his walking back the red line after Assad's military used chemical weapons in rebel-controlled areas of the Damascus suburbs, killing nearly 1,500 civilians, including more than 400 children. President Trump took a harder approach and made matters worse by shrinking the U.S. military footprint in Syria when he attempted to withdraw all American troops from the country after being told it would require soldiers to secure Syrian oil fields. President Biden must now strike the Goldilocks balance between his two predecessors by seeking to achieve small wins through sanctions, no-fly zones, and maintaining a troop presence to play a counterterrorism role. It will be important to isolate Assad's regime and its key supporters through targeted sanctions in order to avoid punishing or weakening Syrian society. While sanctions are only one piece of the puzzle, the other component will be working to end the human rights atrocities through the creation of no-fly zones over key parts of the country. NFZs would offer protection from Assad's regime, which accounts for 75% of civilian deaths since 2014, and be used in high-risk areas where civilians live. NFZs would also help moderate rebels fight ISIS. Despite Trump's false claims of ISIS and al-Qaeda being defeated, it is imperative to maintain the U.S. troop presence in Syria to play a counterterrorism role. By upholding strict sanctions on Assad's regime, using NFZs, and working to combat the continued threat of terrorist groups, Biden has the opportunity to send a clear message that Assad's authoritarian ways will not be tolerated. President Biden may not be able to end Syria's decade-long civil war, but he can work to protect the Syrian civilian population from experiencing further human rights atrocities. I'm Mariana Mancuso. This is Politics Simplified.